The history, both factual and mythological, about the American Thanksgiving is very complicated. Maya Salam, in a 2017 issue of the New York Times, wrote, Thanksgiving facts and Thanksgiving myths have blended together for years like so much gravy and mashed potatoes, and separating them is just as complicated. I'm certainly not going to try to separate them here, but I have studied enough to know that I no longer want anything to do with pilgrims and Indians on my Thanksgiving Day. I want three things that day: a celebration of the harvest, an acknowledgement of my blessings, and a remembrance of how this land was already occupied when Europeans arrived. Welcome to Calm in the Chaos Interfaith Center, where we upset the rituals and beliefs of old once we have new information. Maya Angelou said, when you know better, do better. Celebrating the harvest is the easy part of my day. Every good thing from squash to cranberries to apple pie is a reminder of how our food is grown, harvested, and prepared. This year, I do want to include recognition that much of our food is grown and harvested by immigrants. When I taught school in the Rochester, New York area, migrant children would appear in our classes in April and leave school in late fall to return home. Secondly, acknowledging my blessings usually happens when we go around the table and mention people, events, and circumstances for which we are currently grateful. And thirdly, remembering our history and knowing how people have treated one another through the centuries is tough. And so I focus on two things that day. I ask for mercy for all the wrongdoings that were committed, affecting and killing the indigenous people whose land this was. And I say the Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address aloud. Maybe just to myself, but it is part of my annual ritual. I have shared it with you in past late November God Talks, and I will share it with you today. These words are not used in the arbitrarily selected fourth Thursday of November, but are spoken at weddings, at meals, at all sorts of gatherings in the indigenous culture. But I choose to say them here because to honor the people from which the words come and to remember the blessings of the natural world, which continues its cycles despite human wars, despite injustices, and the hatred that is held in some human hearts. The natural world goes on. Just as we often sing lullabies to put ourselves to sleep, may the words of this Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address elevate your soul and calm your mind. Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address, greetings to the natural world. The people. Today we have gathered and we see that the cycles of life continue. We've been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now we bring our minds together as one as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Now our minds are one. The Earth Mother. We are all thankful to our Mother, the Earth, for she gives us all that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk about the earth on her. It gives us joy that she continues to care for us as she has from the beginning of time. To our Mother, we send greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one. The waters. We give thanks to all the waters of the world for quenching our thirst and providing us with strength. Water is life. We know its power in many forms: waterfalls and rain, mists and streams, rivers and oceans. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the Spirit of water. Now our minds are one. The fish. We turn our minds to all the fish life in the water. They were instructed to cleanse and purify the water. They also give themselves to us as food. We are grateful that we can still find pure water. So we turn now to the fish and send our greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one. The plants. Now we turn toward the vast fields of plant life. As far as the eye can see, the plants grow, working many wonders. They sustain many life forms. With our minds gathered together, we give thanks and look forward to seeing plant life for many generations to come. Now our minds are one. The food plants. With one mind, we turn to honor and thank all the food plants we harvest from the garden. Since the beginning of time, the grains, the vegetables, beans, and berries have helped the people survive. Many other living things draw strength from them too. We gather all the plant foods together as one and send them a greeting of thanks. Now our minds are one. The medicine herbs. Now we turn to all the medicine herbs of the world. From the beginning, they were instructed to take away sickness. They are always waiting and ready to heal us. We are happy they are still among us, and there are still among us special few who remember how to use these plants for healing. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the medicinal herbs and to the keepers of the medicines. Now our minds are one. The animals. We gather our minds together to send greetings and thanks to all the animals in the world. They have many things to teach us. We are honored by them when they give up their lives so we may use their bodies as food for our people. We see them near our homes and in the deep forests. We are glad they are still here, and we hope that it will always be so. Now our minds are one. The trees. We now turn our thoughts to the trees. The earth has many families of trees who have their own instructions and uses. Some provide us with shelter and shade, others with fruit, beauty, and other useful things. Many people of the world use a tree as a symbol of peace and strength. With one mind, we greet and thank the tree life. Now our minds are one. The birds. We put our minds together as one and thank all the birds who move and fly about over our heads. The Creator gave them beautiful songs. Each day they remind us to enjoy and appreciate life. The eagle was chosen to be their leader. To all the birds, from the smallest to the largest, we send joyful greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one. The four winds. We are thankful to the powers we know as the four winds. We hear their voices in the moving air as they refresh us and purify the air we breathe. They help us to bring the change of seasons. From the four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one mind, we send our greetings and our thanks to the four winds. The thunderers. Now we turn to the west, where our grandfathers, the thunder beings, live. With lightning and thundering voices, they bring with them the water that renews life. We are thankful that they keep those evil things made by Okoswirs underground. We bring our minds together as one to send greetings and thanks to our grandfathers, the thunderers. Now our minds are one. The sun. We now send greetings and thanks to our eldest brother, the sun. Each day, without fail, he travels the sky from east to west, bringing the light of a new day. He is the source of all the fires of life. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our brother, the sun. Now our minds are one. Grandmother Moon. We put our minds together to give thanks to our oldest grandmother, the moon, who lights the nighttime sky. She's the leader of women all over the world, and she governs the movement of the ocean tides. By her changing face, we measure time, and it is the moon who watches over the arrival of children here on earth. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our grandmother, the moon. Now our minds are one. The stars. We give thanks to the stars who spread across the sky like jewelry. We see them in the night, helping the moon to light the darkness and bringing dew to the gardens and growing things. When we travel at night, they guide us home. With our minds gathered together as one, we send greetings and thanks to the stars. Now our minds are one. The enlightened teachers. We gather our minds to greet and thank the enlightened teachers who have come to help throughout the ages. When we forget how to live in harmony, they remind us of the way we were instructed to live as people. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to these caring teachers. Now our minds are one. The Creator. Now we turn our thoughts to the Creator or Great Spirit and send greetings and thanks for all the gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on Mother Earth. For all the love that is still around us, we gather our minds together as one and send our choicest words of greetings and thanks to the Creator. Now our minds are one. We have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things we have named, it was not our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send such greetings and thanks in their own way. Now our minds are one.